This video is for educational purposes only and does not constitute professional medical advice. Please consult with your doctor or a qualified healthcare specialist before starting any new vitamins or supplements mentioned in this video. Use of this information is at your own risk. You think your legs are just getting old, but right now, they are literally shrinking beneath you. Every step you take after 60 could be the one that shatters your independence forever. And the terrifying part is, you're probably feeding this silent destruction every single morning without even realizing it. You think your legs are just getting old, but right now, they are literally shrinking beneath you. Every step you take after the age of 60 could be the one that shatters your independence forever. And the terrifying part is, you are probably feeding this silent destruction every single morning without even realizing it. One moment, you are simply walking through your living room or stepping off a curb, and the next, you are on the ground with a broken hip, staring at a ceiling, realizing you may never live on your own again. The weakness you feel in your legs is not just the natural, unavoidable wear and tear of aging. It is a rapid, aggressive muscle decay happening inside your body right this very second. Welcome to EldraFit Nutrition. It's a pleasure to have you with us today. We are here to uncover the hard truths about your body that most people ignore until it is entirely too late. If you want to protect your future and keep walking on your own 2 feet, I urge you to subscribe to our channel right now so we can continue bringing you these vital, life-saving insights and give us the motivation to create more content for you. When we cross that threshold into our 60s, a dark biological shift occurs within our physiology. It is called sarcopenia, and it is the ruthless, accelerated loss of muscle mass. Your legs are the pillars of your existence. They carry the weight of your entire life. Yet, right now, if you are experiencing that heavy, tired feeling when you stand up from a chair, those pillars are crumbling. It happens so quietly that you barely notice the changes. You might simply think you need more rest, or that your balance is just a little off today. But underneath your skin, the muscle fibers that keep your femur intact and your knees stable are wasting away. They are starving. You are losing the very armor that protects your fragile bones from a catastrophic impact. This silent thief strips away your power while you sleep, while you sit, and even while you walk. It is a condition that does not care about your past fitness levels or how active you used to be. The simple, horrifying truth is that millions of people over 60 will lose their ability to walk unassisted this year, not because of some rare disease, but because their legs simply gave out under their own weight. They ignored the warning signs. They accepted the weakness as normal. But weakness is never normal. It is a symptom of a failing system. You are facing a severe deficit in the foundational building blocks required to keep your lower body intact. Without an immediate intervention, your legs are a ticking time bomb, and the countdown has already started. You must understand that the stakes are no longer just about looking fit. They are about sheer survival and retaining your basic human dignity. Before we move on to the exact solution that can reverse this terrifying decline, I want you to stop and think about your own daily routine. Let me ask you a quick question, and I want you to be completely honest with yourself. Which of these two statements sounds more like your current reality? Please type your answer, A or B, down in the comments right now. Is it A, I often skip meals or eat very light, carbohydrate-heavy breakfasts like toast or cereal because I just do not feel that hungry in the morning? Or is it B, I consciously make sure I eat a heavy, protein-dense meal at least 3 times a day to maintain my strength? Drop your A or B in the comments below, and let us see where you stand before it is too late. Now that you understand the severity of the threat facing your lower body, we must immediately address the only lifeline capable of halting this destruction: your protein intake. The physical challenges and the alarming weakness in your legs are directly tied to how your aging body processes nutrients. The harsh reality is that you can no longer rely on the same dietary habits you had in your 30s or 40s. Your internal machinery has changed, and it has become incredibly inefficient at extracting what it needs to survive. To stop the muscle wasting in your legs, you must completely overhaul your understanding of what a meal is supposed to do. You are not just eating to satisfy hunger anymore. You are administering critical medicine to dying tissue. The fundamental problem is that older adults require a significantly higher volume of protein per meal just to maintain the fragile muscle they currently possess, let alone rebuild what has already been lost. While a younger individual might easily trigger muscle growth and repair with a mere 20 grams of protein at lunch, your body demands much more. As you age, you develop what scientists call anabolic resistance. Your muscles become stubborn and numb to the signals that tell them to grow. To break through this resistance and force your body to repair the micro tears in your calves, hamstrings, and quadriceps, you need closer to 30 grams of high-quality protein in a single sitting. If you fail to meet this threshold, the meal is essentially useless for your muscles, and the wasting process continues uninterrupted. However, the sheer quantity of the protein is only half of the battle. The most common and fatal mistake older adults make is hoarding all their protein for one massive meal at the end of the day. Eating a giant steak at dinner while surviving on toast and coffee for breakfast and a small salad for lunch is a recipe for disaster. Your body does not store protein the way it stores fat. It cannot save the excess from dinner to use the next morning. When you starve your body of protein during the first half of the day, it begins to cannibalize its own muscle tissue to find the amino acids it needs for basic survival functions. It will literally strip the muscle from your legs to keep your organs running. Therefore, the absolute key to rebuilding your lower body strength is strategic, even distribution. You must supply your body with a steady, unrelenting stream of amino acids from the moment you wake up until you go to sleep. You need to view this as deploying a constant 24-hour repair crew to the foundations of a crumbling building. By ensuring you consume a robust, protein-dense portion at breakfast, another substantial serving at lunch, and a final solid dose at dinner, you keep the muscle protein synthesis switch turned to the on position all day long. This relentless consistency is the only way to reverse the damage, patch the weak spots in your leg muscles, and forge a lower body that can carry you safely through the rest of your life without the constant, looming terror of a devastating fall. Knowing that you must consume this life-saving nutrient is only the beginning of your defense strategy. The grim reality is that your aging digestive system is no longer the indestructible furnace it once was in your youth. If you blindly consume low-quality, heavily processed foods in a desperate attempt to hit a numerical protein goal, you are merely torturing your gut without ever reaching the muscles in your legs. To aggressively rebuild the armor around your femurs and knees, you must become ruthlessly selective about the exact sources of your protein. You need building materials that are not only of the highest biological quality, but also incredibly easy for an older body to break down and absorb. Animal-based proteins stand as the most powerful weapons in this fight because they deliver a complete, uncompromised profile of the essential amino acids your body cannot manufacture on its own. Imagine starting your morning not with hollow carbohydrates that leave your legs trembling by noon, but with 2 or 3 whole eggs. This simple, affordable meal is an absolute powerhouse, providing an immediate, highly digestible surge of fuel to awaken and repair your lower body from the moment your feet hit the floor. As the day progresses, your focus must shift to sustaining that repair process. Incorporating lean, nutrient-dense meats like chicken or turkey provides the heavy-duty materials required to thicken the muscle fibers in your thighs. But perhaps the most vital addition to your weekly arsenal is fatty fish. Salmon, mackerel, and sardines are not just protein sources, they are medicinal. They are flooded with omega-3 fatty acids, which act as a powerful anti-inflammatory agent, actively soothing the aching, burning joints in your knees and hips, while the protein goes to work repairing the muscle tissue. You must also leverage the rapid absorption of high-quality dairy. Greek yogurt and whey are not just for young athletes. They are essential survival tools for seniors. They bypass sluggish digestion and flood your system with amino acids almost instantly, effectively slamming the brakes on muscle breakdown. And if you lean toward a plant-based lifestyle, you cannot afford to be careless. You must strategically combine lentils, chickpeas, and complete grains like quinoa to ensure your legs receive the full spectrum of necessary compounds. Your meals are no longer just food, they are precision strikes against frailty. Every single bite you take must serve the singular purpose of fortifying your lower body, ensuring that the muscles wrapping your bones remain dense, powerful, and utterly unbreakable against the pull of gravity. Here is a devastating truth that most people completely misunderstand about human biology. Eating all the premium protein in the world will not save you from a catastrophic fall if you simply sit in a recliner all day waiting to get stronger. Protein merely provides the raw materials, the bricks and mortar lying dormant at a construction site. But without a blueprint, without a direct command to build, those materials are entirely useless. Your legs need to be explicitly told to grow stronger, and the only language your muscles understand is physical resistance. This is the non-negotiable movement mandate. You do not need to step foot inside a crowded gymnasium or attempt to become a bodybuilder at this stage in your life. That is a dangerous misconception. What you must do is introduce consistent, targeted stress to your lower body to force adaptation. Simple, deliberate movements executed in the safety of your own living room can save your life. When you perform a basic chair squat, simply standing up and sitting down with control, or when you hold onto a wall and push up onto your toes for a calf raise, you are creating microscopic tears in your weakening muscle fibers. To your body, this is an emergency signal. It forces your system to rush the amino acids from your carefully planned meals directly into your legs, patching those micro tears and rebuilding the muscle thicker, denser, and significantly more resilient than it was yesterday. The synergy between what you eat and how you move is the ultimate secret to reversing your physical decline. Timing this combination is where the real magic happens. Taking a short, brisk walk around your neighborhood and immediately following it with a protein-rich snack, like a small bowl of Greek yogurt, creates an optimal environment for rapid recovery. You are providing the stimulus and then instantly supplying the exact fuel required for the repair. Every time you engage in these light resistance movements, you are actively weaving a safety net of muscle around your hips, knees, and ankles. You are retraining your nervous system to balance your weight, to react swiftly if you stumble, and to catch yourself before you hit the ground. Movement is the spark that ignites the protein, transforming it from mere food into the literal physical strength that guarantees your lasting freedom and independence. Beyond the relentless intake of protein and the vital stimulus of physical movement, there is a hidden underlying matrix that dictates whether your legs will truly withstand the test of time. This is the profound synergy of hydration, vitamin D, and calcium. You can consume all the amino acids available and diligently perform your daily squats, but without water, those building blocks are trapped. Hydration is the literal transportation system of your body. When you are chronically dehydrated, as so many older adults unknowingly are, your blood thickens, and the delivery of vital nutrients to your starving leg muscles grinds to an agonizing halt. Dehydration breeds sudden, crippling muscle cramps and a profound, lingering weakness that can buckle your knees without a moment's notice. You must drink water not just to quench your thirst, but to guarantee that the protein you eat actually reaches the exact muscle fibers fighting to keep you upright. Furthermore, you must recognize that your newly fortified muscles do not exist in a vacuum. They must anchor onto a rigid, indestructible frame. This is where calcium and vitamin D become your ultimate insurance policy. Calcium is the concrete that hardens your bones, while vitamin D is the essential key that unlocks your body's ability to absorb it. If your bones are hollow and brittle, even the strongest muscles cannot prevent a devastating fracture during a catastrophic fall. By fiercely prioritizing your daily hydration and ensuring a robust intake of vitamin D and calcium, you are doing much more than just building leg muscle. You are forging a shatterproof foundation. You are creating a biological environment where your muscles and bones work in perfect, unbreakable harmony. This triad of hydration, calcium, and vitamin D is the final, non-negotiable step in your defense strategy. It is the definitive seal that locks in your strength, guaranteeing that your legs remain powerful, your balance remains steady, and your absolute freedom remains entirely in your own hands. The journey to reclaiming your lower body strength is not a fleeting medical treatment. It is a profound reclamation of your independence. For too long, society has whispered the dangerous lie that growing weak, frail, and unsteady on your feet is just a normal, inevitable chapter of getting older. We have been conditioned to accept the heavy legs, the fear of stairs, and the terrifying vulnerability of walking across a room as our unavoidable fate. But the truth you hold now is entirely different. The profound lesson here is that your body, even past the age of 60 or 70, is still a resilient, adaptable machine that desperately wants to heal. Weakness is not a life sentence. It is a reversible symptom of starvation and inactivity. The decline only wins if you surrender to it. By taking control of what you put on your plate and how you move your body, you are actively rewriting the final chapters of your life. Applying this knowledge to your current daily routine does not require a drastic, overwhelming lifestyle overhaul that leaves you exhausted and discouraged. It requires quiet, relentless consistency. Start tomorrow morning by simply replacing your empty toast with 2 eggs. When you are watching television, use the commercial breaks to stand up and sit down from your chair 5 times with control. Drink an extra glass of water before each meal. Step out into the morning sun to secure your vitamin D. These are microscopic, manageable shifts, but when compounded over weeks and months, they build an impenetrable fortress around your independence. You are no longer just aging. You are actively armoring yourself against the world. You are choosing to step forward with absolute certainty, knowing that the legs carrying you are strong enough to support whatever life throws your way. You have the power to decide how your physical story unfolds from this day forward. Before we end today's session, I have a simple question for you, and I would love to read your perspective. What is the one protein-rich food you are going to commit to adding to your breakfast tomorrow morning? Please drop your answer down in the comments below so our community can share ideas and inspire one another. If you found this information valuable and want to continue protecting your health and independence, please hit that subscribe button right now. Your support gives us the incredible motivation to keep researching and creating these life-saving videos for you.